This is bigger than you and Juno, boy. We're fighting a war.
We're here.
This is your
It's been
war,
about
General.
4-ish hours.
For one reason.
We're getting there, though. Progress is being made, all but slowly. I mean, it's kind of neat to come back full circle to Kamina. Lego Star Wars games. I honestly, if people would watch the VOD for that, I'd play Lego Star Wars. I'd play 1 through 6. I haven't played the new one fully yet. The 1 through 9 Skywalker Saga. I'd play Lego Star Wars again, though. I'd do it. I think I tried it once upon a time, but it was just really wonky to get working. 20 minutes of D. Play through another hour to get through 20 minutes of DLC is such a fucking statement, but it is 100% true. Oh my god, this makes me feel, this makes me appreciate modern fucking, like, optimization. Sure, we've gone back a little ways. Like, you know, things aren't necessarily optimized, especially in UE5 right now. But we've come a long way. Yeah, this used to be PC gaming. I completely forgot about some of the troubles that old PC gaming had. It's been a nice thing to come back and look into, though. It's been nice to see. I say nice in terms of a, you know, makes me want to throw this game into a bathtub. I think these were infinite, actually. I think you needed to lure it to the funny. Yeah, I think this was an infinite spawn. That noise, that charge up noise, that schwa sounded like the summoning sound effect from Oblivion. Probably was, actually. Mr. ATST, would you kindly come this way? There's a couple holocrons in here. Are you serious again? Wait, what? Did I do it right? I don't think it's close enough. Oh man, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what to do here. It's been a minute. Yeah, because I thought you had to use the funny to shoot the thing. Sixth-gen games nearly always had missing graphical effects when going from console to PC. Your thought San Andreas lacked any color correction and semi-transparent textures and white edges. That's fucking wild. I did something. I did a thing. No, I think they're on a timer. Maybe this thing? I have no idea, dude. It's been way too long. I mean, to be fair, I mean, things like Fallout New Vegas also have issues, but I don't know if that's necessarily an old PC thing as much as that's the fucking Bethesda isms. I actually would kind of prefer if my QTEs were just at the center of my screen, rather than the 4 cardinal directions that they correspond to. Not a huge fan of that, because it throws me off every time. Yeah, I think I need this thing. Nope, not that. Ow. Are you? Ah, God damn it. There we go. Trying to bullet jump like I'm fucking Warframe. Like, oh, I can get him. Well, Warframe has done things to my brain in regards to how movement feels and should feel. Oh, that's this game drains my phone's battery. I had to charge. It's wild. Yeah, some of them definitely they definitely burn through. Oh, here we go. And then we go here. And then we go here. Oh, I guess we go this way. We're going to see where this leads, because I actually haven't done this finale in a hot minute. New Vegas had issues stemming from the engine it's used, short development timeline, but outside of PS3 memories, I think most of the difference came down to trying to play high FPS on PC. I mean, Bethesda games seem to notoriously have issues trying to play above, I think it's 30 frames?
No, it's 60, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah, it's hard baked into the engine.
No. It's Havoc. It's the way the games handle physics. You play so fit your FPS, your physics in Bethesda games, at least older ones, before Starfield. This was an issue in Fallout 4. If you're playing on higher than 60 FPS, so the game speed is tied to your FPS. If you're playing on higher than 60 FPS, your game actually runs faster. Like you have the fast forward button kicked. People talk really fast. Your character moves really fast. Higher FPS on Skyrim causes shit to go, like whenever you enter a room, it causes items to get thrown everywhere and go flying because the physics can't handle it.
You get just certified get physics a moment.
That's why, like, it's the physics engine that they used to use that was like tied to FPS.
But it's not necessarily optimization.
That's modern day systems.
General, I'm making my way.
It is optimization, and when we go back to Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, the old engine also only was able to handle 2 gigabytes of VRAM. You had to use a 4 gigabyte patch if you wanted to use like any texture mods.
Yeah, I know that the 2 gigabyte has just been consistent in terms of issues.
But like the big issue was always the physics engine on modern equipment.
Can't imagine. I feel like we're going to hit a point where New Vegas is going to be unplayable on modern hardware.
No. They have patches. It's just, with what a lot of people want to do and all that stuff, it's just not worth it anymore. Because of limitations that you can't just patch out.
Yeah.
I mean, you just want to play vanilla with better graphics, you can do that, but you want to start like changing gameplay and all that, you're gonna hit a wall real quick.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully I'm not super into mods. so I don't really run into the dilemma of hyper modded. Oh god, what is it? Your fucking list, load order, hyper modded load order with with things that are dependent on other things.
But I'm going after Juno.
I don't even use the unofficial patch. Bethesda game's locked to 60. I mean, to be fair, I don't even go above 60. I think Baka plays it. You play at 140 or 120? I don't know what you actually play at anymore.
120.
You play at 120? I still play at 60.
But I also have stuff that supports that.
Yeah.
But there's patches to fix the physics engine. There's also tools like Pandora and Nemesis and FNIS that allow you to rebuild the physics engine.
Yeah, that's a lot of tools. I mean, to be fair, it also showcases that like people are just super passionate about the games, which is
well,
why
all three tools do the same thing.
Yeah.
The Pandora is the newest one, so Pandora is the one people should be using.
Starkiller, Imperial snipers have us pinned down. Can you help us out?
Yeah, this is when they just random bullshit go this. Actually, I need to... Did it not save my saber change? Of course it fucking didn't. Why would it? This game is throwing me for a fucking loop. So I did that entire thing. Probably did the entire Terror Spider fight on less saber damage. If all you want to do is play Vanilla New Vegas, you're pretty good to go. Modding New Vegas can be pretty troublesome if you're trying to hard mod your game. I don't know. Like, I totally see why modding is a thing. I get it. I just not a fan of it personally. Like, I even have issues with the unofficial patch because generally they change things about the game inherently. If I just want performance fixes, I don't want items recategorized or bugs fixed.
Yeah, well, that's literally because you're just stuck on the unofficial patch. Most people know nowadays that Arfmore is a shitter, and he's self-righteous and think he owns the modding community, so you really shouldn't use his mod.
Yeah, that's why, and that's why I don't. Although you were telling me, I guess he's I guess he's with Oblivion. He's gotten his little bit of just desserts in some capacity.
I've had it for a long time. People have been calling him a shithead for years. Back when Collections first came out, he made his own website and pulled all his stuff off Nexus. But now he's putting stuff back on Nexus because nobody wants to use a shitty website.
I mean, that's like if I deleted my channel and then said, "Oh fuck, actually I get views and shit and money via my channel," and then made it again, people don't have to come back. Like that's pretty common sense.
All right.
He knows this, right?
Activating the security screens in your location now.
It's hard to tell, except he's a raging narcissist. He thinks he's God's gift to it, so it's really hard to tell what he actually knows and what he wants to admit. You ever go look at any of his stuff, he just fights with people nonstop.
Wait, how did he die? Wait, what? Chad, I'm so confused. What happened? How did he die? He just keeled over. What did I do? What did he do? You ever had a set of Tale of Two Wastelands? I know you need both installed, but that's about it.
It's super easy. They want you to go through this complicated like install thing, but you literally, yes, you have to have both games installed. You install Tale of Two Wastelands on Fallout New Vegas, and you literally just copy and paste the entirety of your Fallout 3 folder into New Vegas.
Flawless.
It's a little more complicated than that, but that's basically the gist of it. At least that's what I did to make it work. I didn't like follow the install instructions that it wanted me to do because it wanted me to download something I wasn't using at the time.
Focus moment I've had modding New Vegas since I started having an issue installing too many mods. The solution was to install more mods. That feels wrong. That feels wrong. Like it feels wrong.
Let me see what I can do.
One of the things with older games is you run into a plug-in limit if you're doing a lot of stuff, and you have to download tools to merge mods. Or you download tools to ESL. Oh no, you can't. ESLs didn't exist back in. ESLs didn't exist until Special Edition Fallout 4. You couldn't ESL mods back then.
That's fairly recently.
The ESLs don't take up a plug-in limit. Well, I take it back. They don't take up the traditional 255 plug-in limit. They're on their own plug-in limit, which is like 4,900. So you'll never reasonably fill it.
Yeah. So there's still a technical limit, though.
There is and there isn't. It's not a. It's a limit because somebody put a limit in, but it doesn't actually do anything.
I mean, it's just fascinating to hear about the modding. Because, like, I mean, there's a science to it. I'd argue there's even an art to it in certain aspects. Plugin limits, 32-bit limit, and RAM, all sorts of stuff. It's fascinating to hear about it. I don't really have anything in regards to things I've modded, but it's fascinating to hear the process.
Catch 5 about missing a throw while alone. That's
Try using those TIE fighters to take out the drop ships.
And I threw it in the wrong direction. Classic. Finally, Oblivion Master has mods. Oh yeah, I heard Oblivion finally got some pretty spicy mods the other day, and I guess the internet's freaking the fuck out over it.
Destroy those drop ships.
Let's be real. Everyone's gonna go back to Skyrim.
I'm already back in Skyrim for now.
Well, I was talking about fucking Lover Lab shit like that. People are going back to Skyrim. Like it's gonna be a brief stint where people are gonna want to have fun in Oblivion.
I hate to break it up to you, but they will go back to Skyrim for now. But Oblivion had one of the worst adult modding scenes until Skyrim came out. That was where it all started. Was Oblivion.
I totally missed
when they start learning how to port all that shit over to the remaster.
They simply will not retreat.
They're just gonna completely degenerate the remaster.
No, not like this, please. Mod Control is the group that's been working on proper mod packs for Terraria, so popular stuff can actually be balanced. I keep forgetting Terraria mods exist. Even Terraria exists. Whenever I think of Terraria, I always think of Stardew.
Stop it.
Similar enough. Games that came out of pre-Windows 7, usually 32-bit only. Really have 4 memory used by the game. Which is why I think having, just bringing things like, bringing older games into modernity. Like, cool, grats. Sure, have your remaster. Give us Fallout 3 remaster. Well, they'll probably never give us Fallout New Vegas for obvious reasons. But, I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to just, one, use something you already have, apply semi-minimal effort to it, make sure it's functional, and effectively get a second payday on it. Get a return.
Fallout 3 remaster is already coming out. Fallout New Vegas remaster is actually probably easier to get than you think. It's just up to Bethesda. Because Oblivion would do it in a heartbeat. They wanted to do more Fallout stuff. They would love to remaster their game. Yeah. Bethesda has something against Oblivion.
You mean Obsidian?
Obsidian, yeah. So I don't know if they'd fucking say yes.
Oblivion was worse, kinda. Didn't have many extensions like FNS, but they moved to Skyrim and have been modding it for 13 years, I guess.
Bridge is out, General.
Bethesda's jealous of Obsidian's previous skill.
They kind of are. That's like the active theory.
Probably. Seems like there's some pretty bad blood.
Trouble, General?
Just get over here. This
I love that there wasn't
isn't
even a
as
fade to
easy
black. That
as
was
it
just a
looks.
it was just a certified it's just nope, just gonna spawn you back up here. Fuck off. Why am I craving McDonald's? Oh, the lighting there. No!
Nobody should ever be craving McDonald's except for maybe their French fries.
What do you
The french
see?
fries do be good though.
Vader has her.
Their French fries and their hash browns. Everything else
There,
is just
at the top of the city.
replaceable.
Why are my
Main
textures
access
like
ways to the
fucking...
central city are locked down.
What
I don't
happened to
know
my
how we're going to get
textures?
up there.
I'll find a way, General.
Like, this looks like there was, like, behind the making of when you have the fucking base CGI, like, models. What happened to my texture?
You're putting a shitty port.
Yeah, I guess. Fucking
Starkiller, I
Aspyr.
know you want to find Juno, but we need your help. One Jedi could turn the tide of any war.
Burger King, I could go some
We're here
BK
for
right
dinner,
now.
General.
Blasted! We need you.
I never liked their burgers. I did like their
The
chicken
Imperials
nuggets,
have
though.
regained control
Chicken
of the
fries are
security
fucking
sectors.
gas.
We're going to suffer heavy casualties.
I don't know, Jack in the Box has been out of mozzarella sticks every single time, though. Every time I've been there in the past week, it makes me sad. I just want mozzarella. I just want...
I don't ever eat mozzarella sticks because I feel like one day they're gonna kill me. I always end up choking.
You know what? Someone would be into that. All I'm gonna say. Yeah, the fucking working project, no shader, 3D rendering, looking exactly. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The fucking making of when you go like behind the scenes and it's all just like no lighting, just like, oh my god. Oh, that hurt. I think this has been an exercise in not frustration, but just like, we have way better things nowadays. Holy fuck. We've really had a renaissance of PC gaming. I was always kind of upset we never got more like Grievous type robots. Makes me really sad. Like there's a whole lot of stuff there. You mean the Kip? I want the Mozzie. Dude, I want the mozzarella sticks. I think. Can we just get a fucking Sonic or something? I'm in. I'm down. See, but those are fighting words to Baka because Sonic no longer exists near Baka.
I never liked Sonic anyways.
They were kind of my struggle food when I worked at Box Store. They were cheap. They were right there. They have a cheap double burger. Yeet.
I mean, Sonic was good for like fucking ice cream. That was about it. I didn't like their food.
They got good shakes.
That being said, fucking Dairy Queen, you get good ice cream and good food.
This QTE spam was so bad. I almost thought it was the rail shooter spam. There were some good rail shooters. I actually, what is it? Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles. I actually really liked it. I thought it was, as someone who never played the older Resident Evils, yes, I still have like episode 1 of trying Resident Evil remake, Resident Evil 1 remake. That's still it gets pushed out like every single month because I still haven't got it back around to it yet. It did happen. It is still there. It's still a 2-hour VOD that's never gone live yet. But like, oh god, I thought it was a cool way of understanding like the lore of like Resident Evil and stuff. I think it was a cool way to summarize all the older games. Just Dance Emperor. No, we don't need more Star Wars Just Dance. Never. Fucking, I wonder how badly the fucking funny Han Solo song gets DMCA'd. I would assume very, very much so. God, fucking, the fact that Star Wars Galaxies is still technically playable because the community resurrected it is fucking wild. I mean, the QTEs at least kind of make sense in this game. Like, usually QTEs, like in Resident Evil, right? Like, Resident Evil, if you're hitting, like, if you're mashing A, usually that's some kind of, like, action button. Or, like, if you're mashing, like, B, you're trying to do something. Like, what is it? Yeah, X to run is, like, you know, to dodge the boulder going down, going down the cliffside, right? Like, in this, it kind of makes sense, where you have, you know, B, you're mashing B because you're force pushing it away, and then you have Y, which is your assist lightning, so I mean, kind of like force action. I don't know. Like, there's definitely games where QTEs don't make sense, and I feel they're incredibly detractive. Like, if your QTE does make sense, I think it can be done well. Oh, okay, I thought that was lighting. This is the gear inside. How the fuck do I get to this thing? I literally see you right there. But there's invisible walls everywhere. I don't know if I can get... No, there has to be a way to get that. Remastered, Bomb Drones didn't come back. I was a little... So there's a couple things that didn't come back. One, we lost incendiary grenades. I guess maybe so that's so you didn't trivialize... you didn't trivialize Regenerators, right? Like Regenerators, Iron Maidens, you know, that enemy type. They didn't come back. So we don't have incendiary grenades anymore. We also don't have the PRL. We don't have the funny Plaga laser. Which I was like, oh yeah, they could probably just release, like, you know, the two remaining, at the time, right? The two remaining Mercenaries characters. And then they could release it. They never did. So we are missing the funny Plaga laser too, which kind of throws me off. Just landing at the red post. What pole? No, it's just a trap. That's just the power box from Resident Evil 5. Excuse me. I know this Kyber crystal. I know this crystal's here. I'm trying to figure out how to get it. No, it was worth a shot. No, that was a good. It was a good point out. It just disappears, just despawns. I'm trying to figure out where the collision is in the environment because, like, I keep falling down these. Oh, I'm just, yeah, I can't come back from that. It's fine, I get a free reload, I guess. So you can destroy that. I feel like I did get stuck trying to figure this out years ago. God, I just don't... It's like I don't have enough movement tech to get up there. Yeah, it's... How? Did I miss it? I don't know on this one. I don't know if this is one you can miss or not. Because it almost feels like maybe I should... No, because that's the ceiling. So how would you get up here?
No, so trying to figure out why they're crying.
There we go. So you hop on that. I did try that, though. Or at least I thought I did. I'll take that crystal. Yeah, shoot the missile out. Yeah! Friendly fire, let's go! I love that this little AT unit is helping me out. He's being a true pal. And this is why flanking is a valid tactic in games. Thank you, AT dude. Oh my god, the fact that that worked though. Can we talk about that? He had to call. He's like, that was the look of, ah, shit. My consequences have actions. Finished last year leftovers or order something. If you like your leftovers, you could save your leftovers, right? Give yourself a little bit of a delayed treat. His friendly fire. It's certified his friendly fire on moment. So when they fire on, points weapon at buddy. Personally, people movies, fast lightsaber combat compared to the new moves and shows. It feels like everything is a snail versus bullet train and everything. I mean, to be fair, episode 4 is one of those. I'm gonna have to honestly, because I've talked about how like I will watch episode 2 over episode 4. I need to go sit and actually watch episode 4, and I need to kind of let it sink in. Especially because the actual lightsaber philosophy, the way I understand it is, I think they felt more like claymores than they did actual saber or actual, like lightsabers like they did. No, the fights are definitely a lot slower. Episode 5 was a great step in the right direction. Cars, there we go. The fucking choreographer, if I remember correctly, person at SCA, I guess was I think met the choreographer or someone who worked with them and went through like the first 60 steps of the actual Mustafar fight. Like, it's cool as fuck. Let me check for fall damage, right? Literally was amazing. I like the prequel fights. I know people shit on the whole Anakin Obi-Wan, like they spin their lightsabers in circles, right, around them, and it's like this does nothing, but it's like they're trying to read each other so far in advance that, like, I don't know, it was additive for me. Fights are done episode 4 because the technology they're using to make lightsabers was the lightsabers were flimsy, and I think they were also trying to hold them like a larger sword, like a claymore. God, I hate these spider droids. The fact that you don't even get to fight Boba Fett in this. You did get to fight Boba Fett in 1, technically, via the DLC. God, I am getting womboed. See this clunky as shit and feels like a backtrack. There's a couple fights. So Rey versus Ben in 9, I thought was good. I thought it was a good, kind of like parallel to Mustafar, even though it had a different connotation behind it. I did like that one. The throne room scene from 8 I will continue to be upset about that for ad infinitum. The fact that the kukri was just like, where was the QA on that? Who signed off on this? 70s, 50 years ago, 48 years. Exactly, yeah.
How you feel about her, but she's just one officer. We're going to lose the entire rebellion if you don't help us.
I'm sorry. I just can't.
You know what this ending kind of reminds me of, unironically? Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. With how you kind of hyped up, you went through the Hammer of Sauron, you went through the hammer, the tower, and then you got to the hand, and then it was a QTE. Like it just kind of flubbed on the finale. Like the finale was like it had a bunch of stuff set up, but it couldn't quite stick that landing. Although I guess to be fair, the whole like the subtext of like you ganking other clones this entire time, I guess it was kind of cool. Children's generic sword fighting with a choreography that's on par with what you see early 2020 10 shows. And like that's, I don't know. Like I don't know how much to, I think the fault does fall on Disney in certain aspects, in a lot of aspects, in all aspects even. And then like I don't know. Like I'm not on the train of like, oh well we need to hate John Boyega because, you know, insert reasons why removed from poster in China, right? Or why we should hate, was it Daisy Ridley? Was that Ray's actress? I thought she did fine. Thought she was fine. I don't understand the hate. Like, just I sent it out.
You don't, or you don't want to.
I think she did fine.
It was very much female lead in Star Wars that pissed everyone off. Well, I say everyone, but specific groups of people.
Sure, like, whatever.
That was really it.
Well, with even then, let's look at George Lucas. Was Princess Leia not the main character? Like that, like his own logic, his own philosophy. Was she not the main character? Was Luke and Han not, you know, some farm kid, some backwater farm kid, and some you know scruffy ruffian pirate doing, you know, fuck knows whatever, but she's literally holding the rebellion together. Like that's yeah, so Leia is, for all intents and purposes, the main character. Like,
I'm just telling you why people got mad.
well, yeah, no, like the reasoning makes sense. I mean, I think that there's...
That movie came out around the time when people were getting really upset about people woking their movies. Now you have a Star Wars with a female character.
Oh my god, dude! I come across some of those posts sometimes on Twitter when I venture there, and it makes my head hurt. Like it's just the funny W word has lost all meaning. It has lost all meaning to me.
It never had a meaning. I keep telling you, woke is a made-up word to piss people off. It's just a react word.
Just it's
half the people who scream and get upset about something being woke can't even accurately describe what is woke and why it's woke.
Right. No, like so Fat Electrician, right? Every time, because we make the funny, funny chubby electron dude making fun of communism, right? But if you asked him, he could tell you every single point he disagrees with. Sure, that's fine. You've at least brought an educated understanding of the subject material to the table. What is this place? But if you can't bring an educated subject, if you can't do it, why?
Come in.
Like,
You read me?
at least be able to tell me why you don't like something.
Yeah. We were able to hold them off.
Well, I'm always going to hate that word and refuse to actually address it as a word. It's not a word.
Which one, the W?
It's a made-up concept to piss people off.
Yeah, no, it's a nebulous concept. I just literally tune every single conversation with it out.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
He's cloned an army.
That's impossible. That's...
Acolyte fights were so bad and god awful. I saw them. I actually haven't seen the Acolyte fights personally. I know that one of the actresses got really upset at Disney. Let's put it that way. And I'm like, how do you have a job after that? Genuinely, I don't usually. The play is to not trash talk your employer, especially on you know, like in public. She wasn't all the way mercy up to the end of episode 7-8 when about writing for all the characters, giving power for no reason while taking away from others without an explanation. I think that the writing is absolutely a fair criticism on the sequels. I think that the delivery is... I think that there are some delivery issues. Like, if we're talking from a... Okay, like, let's entertain the conversation here in a good faith capacity, right? I think that, honestly, unironically, Kylo Ren probably still one of my favorite characters. Like, he was no Vader. Like, that was the whole... That was the whole thing. Like you are no Darth Vader. He could never match Anakin. Skill-wise, could never match. Yeah, no, cool. Makes sense. Personally, if we want to talk about an objective writing L from me, why romance? Why would you ever throw the romance subplot in there? I thoroughly disagreed with that and actually rolled my eyes in theaters. I do not agree with that. In fact,
you understand you're asking that when there's been a romance subplot in every single one of them.
I think that the movie would have landed so much better to have a platonic relationship and not have to force some Hollywood romance subplot. Yeah, no, I get it. Anakin and what do you call it? Anakin, Padme, technically Luke and Leia, Han and Leia. I understand the romance subplots. Yeah. He can bullet jump right about now. Yeah, I am. I'm wishing for. Dude, I want that Warframe system. Give me that Warframe bullet jump. Lost potential. I think that John Boyega getting character assassinated, I think that was outside of his control. I think that
almost certain China had something to do with that shit.
And that's what I was about to say. From my understanding, that had to do with international markets and international pressures, and that's outside of his control. Like, effectively, like and that's the thing. If you're good, like, so the original Star Wars series, right? I was actually watching a thing, and they actually missed when interviews were like this. Like, I saw a clip of like young Mark Hamill being interviewed with a young Carrie Fisher on some news tour, and they're talking about how, like, this is Mark Hamill talking about, how there was this line he abhorred. He's like, George, I'm not saying this, right? And it was a very professionally done interview and stuff. And I'm like, fuck, can we go back to that, please? And like, it wasn't entirely Lucas's vision. He had people, like, sure, like, obviously he had, I would argue full creative liberty, but he took feedback from others and he improved upon things. And when Mark Hamill was just like, George, I'm not saying this, and it was a line that was like a fucking mouthful. I'm like, good God. Obviously things made it better. Like, what is it? Mace Windu Samuel L. Jackson. Well, why do you have a purple lightsaber? I wanted a purple lightsaber. And now we have entire lore in regards to into different flavors of kyber crystals and what they mean, and how purple is very much between light and dark, which is very additive of his character, right? Weird how that fucking works when you have people working together and not just fucking veto, what I say, my rules, Lamau. Like, I think you can at least give George Lucas respect for at least, like, listening to people, right? Even if he had, a lot of narrative L's in certain aspects, fucking certain pair scenes and stuff, right? I can respect it. I can respect what he's trying to do.
I mean, his ex-wife was responsible for writing a lot of the better parts in the older trilogy.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, makes sense, right? Like, I mean, fuck. It's almost like it's just, there's so much I could gush about, right? And that's why, like, anytime I hear Star Wars, it's popular to hate on Star Wars. It is popular to Lamau, Kathleen Kennedy did this, something, not George Lucas, something, prequel bad, something, sequel bad, hate sequel, cringe Lamau, right? Okay, like, we spent the past fucking 5 hours playing through a shitty fucking port and having a blast. This is the Star Wars I fucking miss. This is the Star Wars I want. I wanted one. Now it means Yalstini and good between good and evil. Yeah, techniques of Sith power and emotions. Well, vape pod is a fucking really cool concept. It's probably hitting things other people like, and I hate that. Exactly. It's why, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I ruin a lot of reaction videos that I do, despite me, I feel like I'm fighting an uphill battle. I'm fighting YouTube, which in certain aspects, like, people have said there's a war on older creators on YouTube, right? Like, and there's thumbnails on it, like. It does not surprise me that, people like me, people like Scalagram, I fucking love reacting to Scalagram's videos. He has some good points that he makes. I think he's very genuine. I fucking like it. Do his reactions do well? No. But that's not really, it's not really about the metrics as much as supporting somebody who I think is fucking worth it on the platform and who we need more of on the platform. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know where I thought I was going with that. I had a whole point lined up on that. Point being, moral of the story. It's popular to hate. It's popular to be negative. When I do speak about things that are negative and or controversial, I do so in a capacity that's like, okay, we're going to have this discussion, right? You go into a Shoe on Hit video understanding that it's like, you know, hey, we're reacting to this thing. I don't normally talk about these things, and if I say something about a thing, I usually have a damn good reason for why I say it, as well as like, wow, he has a pretty reasonable take on it. He understands where his personal bias lies, and I mean, overall, it was decent. I had somebody
say about it.
I wonder.
I had somebody message me on Twitter or ping me on Twitter. They tweeted at me.
We don't know what you're looking at yet.
And they were talking about how, like, man, I don't always agree with this Kip dude, but at least he's not trying to brainwash me. At least he's like, you know, come to your own educated conclusion. It was a good faith. It was a good faith tweet. I appreciated it, and it was just one of those things where it's like, that's what I know that I'm doing something correct at that point. Like, that's fine. Hate Halo 5. Hate the sequels. Hate the fucking prequels. Like, I don't care. Come to your own educated conclusion. If you don't like it and you can rationalize it and justify it, that's all that matters. I can give you my take on it. I can give you my subjective opinion on it. But, like, you're your own adult. You're your own individual. That's all that really fucking matters at the end of the day. And I think that people, especially, and this is what I've been thinking of recently, especially going into AI, generative AI specifically, right? Because, you know, AI is fucking 20 conversations in a trench coat. When we talk about that specifically, the best way to be able to mitigate a lot of the misinformation and a lot of the bullshit is to just talk to people, right? Hi, this person, you know, I'm very curious, you know, what are your thoughts on this? Or, well, somebody's alleging this against you. What is your response? And then you have, oh, well, you ask the person now. Now you literally have a first party response. I forgot how long this fucking mission sequence was. I thought it was way shorter than this. I thought it was like 2 rooms.
Don't you leave us here.
I can't wait any longer, General.
Listen to me. You can't do this alone, and we can't take this facility without you. We can do this
Noxus Pure HD. We were Badger in our life in Maxor. Oh, 100%.
Sorry. Know that I have.
Which is why, and like I said, like, you can have any number of slop channels, AI slop, insert controversial thing here, insert thing here, right? Like, we need to be, in general, people need to be supporting people who they care about and who are the difference, because it makes the whole ecosystem better. 30-minute Twitch, knock it out, except 1 minute 15. This is ridiculous. Yeah, no, I get it. Twitch is a thing, is how I'll word that. I don't think Daisy really did a bad job. She thinks she did a good job what she was given. Yeah, I could agree to that statement. I think she did a good job with what she was given. Oh, please don't. Oh. Yeah, we're missing cutscenes now. We're missing cutscenes.
Don't go in there alone.
We get some cutscenes, but don't get others.
She's close, General. I am not stopping.
We're losing your signal, Star Killer. Just stop.
I'm done arguing, General. I have to do this. Juno!
Like, there's such a cool story here, and we're at the actual, like, apex of the story.
Where is she?
Do I have a QTE here, or no? I don't. There we go. Made the prequel a million times better, even though they were just good. They clarified so much. I still haven't even watched the full Clone Wars. Still haven't even.
It's me.
You're a monster.
Makes me feel something. I think it's why I don't do TikTok when YouTube pushes their shorts. YouTube Shorts is such a weird metagame. I feel like if I did some reaction clips via Shorts, I feel like I'd get a little bit more notoriety. Well, get more attention.
Just a body filled with the memories of a dead man.
Speak! What have you done to her?
Oh, fuck off. Like, I'm really, it's like, we're getting some of the cutscenes. This port is so strange with how it just seems to omit cutscenes. We had to turn off that one specific cutscene in the config file, but the others should be fine. And we've clearly seen other cutscenes. Like, Oh, yeah. Watching a video game movie of this is probably going to be the best bet at this point. Like, I don't think I can recommend picking this up. That was such a hard cut. It really was, though. Like, this port is just making me depressed. Not a trilogy. It's 3 movies that are loosely linked. The issue is that, and I've heard it described as like, it's literally like, what is it? Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Daffy Duck and Donald Duck dueling pianos. That's what the directors were. That's what Ryan Johnson and what's his face were. Oh god, I wish I could get the other guy's name. That is some texture.
I knew it was only a matter of time before you returned.
What do you think about the new trilogy? Wasn't J.J. Abrams?
Yeah, it was Abrams, yeah.
Die.
Well, I guess we had the Game of Thrones person on 9, but then they didn't want it.
No, no, that wasn't what happened. They got it taken away from them.
Oh, did they? I don't remember this.
Yeah. So they rushed, and that was actually the real irony. Was the reason Game of Thrones last season was such shit was they rushed it because they wanted to go direct Star Wars.
Oh, so then
they phoned it in so they can finish it really quickly and start Star Wars. And as a result, Disney saw the last season of Game of Thrones, said, "Fuck no, you guys are terrible. We're not giving you Star Wars."
Destroy
Wild. And then they had to beg Abrams back.
You are a fool to face me alone.
Yeah, they lost Star Wars because of how bad Game of Thrones season 8 was.
Yikes.
Star Killer could not kill me. What hope do you have?
I've defeated you before. I will do it again.
I'm wiggling the stick. There we go.
You are weak, broken.
I forgot that their lightsabers were white. Interesting. Wasn't the Game of Thrones gonna get the trilogy separate from episode 9? I have no idea, honestly. I vaguely remember details. Sister and father arc, they had mentioned Avalon. So, bro, I want to know what Lucas had in mind for that. I want to know what the finale for that would have been. Because I feel like that is the biggest disrespect to longtime Star Wars fans, is to not even know how that finished. Is there criticism there to fans, especially those that... wait, which one are we talking about? Which actor? Martin's book, just his notes, as the books are. I mean, the final Game of Thrones book is never coming out, right? That's pretty much the consensus, right? I know Martin was planning on some scouring of the Shire stuff, which was technically cut from the Lord of the Rings movies, but is incredibly important to the overall narrative. It's one of those cuts that I could justify. One of those cuts that I'm like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense, actually.
Hate.
And not knowing how Disney wants the arc to finish. No, but I mean, I want Lucas, right? It's kind of a like, oh yeah, no, if this was still under Lucas, right? This is how the whole Abeloth arc would have ended. I would love to know how it would have ended. How he would have thought it would end. I mean, I think it's such a cool finale. So, do we know? Because I know there's been contention in lore. Obviously, can you clone Force sensitives? I don't remember what the consensus was. And I guess we are definitively a clone, right? Like we are actual Starkiller clone. Watch your movie the majority of the Marvel fan base. Yep, Chibi just got here. Yes, we this is the PNG that Rev commissioned a while back. I've decided to use it. I'm literally wiggling the stick. Well, you're a clone. So that part is left pretty ambiguous. I know the dark side ending. I know the other dark Starkiller clone. So I guess technically you can clone a Force sensitive. I don't know. I mean, this also is not canon for all intents and purposes. Look for your life. I mean, I'm gonna have to break out the Mario Party strat and put the stick on my palm and do it that way. Yeah, cloning force sensitive is technically possible. It's also possible. Force no clone. I guess that's fair. I actually really liked the Gideon. Like some of the fights in the Mandalorian. I plan on doing a combat critique on some of them when I actually have the ability to. Oh, come on. Yeah, you got to be really quick on that. I don't know. I didn't really plan on watching anything like She-Hulk.
Ooh.
I don't know. Like, so here's the thing. Like, so the clips that I saw, right? Something about She-Hulk twerking. Something about something. Succeeding in my office job. Can't find anyone to date. I just sit there and go, I don't really care. Like, why would I want to watch this? There's so many other things that I could watch. That's it. It doesn't have to turn into some weird like I don't want to watch it for X, Y. It just doesn't appeal to me. I'm not the demographic, and that's fine. I'll go do other things with my time. Yeah, I heard that it was a interesting series. I still failed that. I can't tell if it's my control. No, it's not my controller. My controller's fine.
You lie!
You can tell that this port is absolutely just like sap my will to like be engaged. Like the cutscenes aren't procking. Just trying to go ham on Vader and finish it.
It was a really weird time for Disney too when that came out. So that came out around the same time Book of Boba Fett came out, and that was also another shit show that nobody should have watched.
I don't know. Like, was it good? Was it bad? I didn't
it was
really
bad.
hear anything. Right
it was really bad. It was really cringy. That like just one scene to like give up the whole fucking show was the fucking chase scene on the Scooty Puff Juniors.
I'm sorry. Fucking what?
You're familiar with the Scooty Puff Junior from Futurama, right?
Yeah, I vaguely remember it.
They had a chase scene on speeders, and the speeders are going like 5 miles an hour. Oh. They're literally fucking riding Scooty Puff Juniors.
I love this. I love that. That's awful.
It was so badly done. It just takes you out of the show and it just makes you ask, like, what the fuck am I watching?
That was a hard cut. Ugh, gross. Space Vespas. Who was boring Boba Fett shouldn't be boring. I feel like that's the fucking tragedy. How the fuck did you fuck up Boba Fett? How did you make him boring? Who hurt you?
That was incredibly boring.
Now,
I'd rather watch a redo of Healer for the 10th time. I'm not familiar with that one.
Rape fetishist anime.
There's been a lot of those recently. I feel like there's a... I feel like there's a social commentary there, but then again, I also don't know. I don't fucking know. Not a fucking psychologist.
It's extremely unnecessary. Unless it's there, like, to prove, like, a point that this is fucked. But, like, that series, literally, main character is just a rapist. Well, like, Rams. I don't understand how people can get behind that. It's not funny. It's not...
I don't know, man. Fucking... people, I guess.
That's a drop I haven't seen in forever. Octavia Prime piece is dropping from this one.
Nice. Book of Boba was basically Mandalorian season 2.5 because when Mando showed up, he completely stole the show.
Yeah, he literally shows up halfway through, and then that's all anyone cares about.
Oh, we did it. We found Mando. Oh, that's bad.
Like that, like the only thing of significance that happens in Boba Fett is that Mandalorian gets his Naboo starfighter.
Okay.
you are a shadow.
I mean,
I can't remember if there's also where the whole Grogu thing happens too, but
I don't know. I saw Mando season 2 with the mod team, and that's about it. I don't remember anything else.
I didn't watch season 3. I let my fucking my Disney Plus expire after Book of Boba Fett. I'm like, I'm not supporting this shit anymore.
Guys, the game literally fucked me. What? Literally cut my controller. What? This is not a bit. My controller's literally not working. What the fuck? Bro, we're so close to the end, too. Are you serious? Vader fucking cheats. Okay. Some horseshit. Now it works. What was that?
Destroy him.
Coolest fighter ship in Star Wars ammo. Oh, that's the Naboo one, right? The yellow one. From episode 1 to episode 1. I mean, yeah, I do like them. I think they're great.
They're like one of the most unique designs Star Wars has come out with.
Yeah, I can say so. I know my dad had a book on Star Wars Legend ships. It had like a yellow cover, and it was a pretty decent sized book. I know that Legends has some pretty interesting ones. I know that there's a Legends. What was the giant Star Destroyer that Luke had? Or I guess it was post episode 6. I think it was like the Eclipse Star Destroyer or something, big fuck off one with like a mini Death Star laser. There's some cool designs. This ship as everything else just looks blocky. I mean, it's very cool. The irony that the Naboo Starfighter was in the N64 version of Rogue Squadron too. Look, eventually his health bar is going to go down. If I just keep swinging, eventually he will just lose health. Once again, I'm literally Mario Karting my fucking control stick. Slightly smaller than the Executor, but twice the math at a super laser crack behind. Yeah, like shit like that's so fucking cool, right? And then someone's gonna be like, wait, I'm sorry, that exists. And then you go, yeah, cool. Like, that's the fucking Star Wars I fucking love. Because there's what, 40, like, Warhammer, right? How many fuck off years of Warhammer? 40 years of Warhammer, right? And you can talk to people about the fucking Eldari, the fucking Necrons. You can talk about, like, Star Wars has a similar amount of lore, does it not? Sure, some of it's now fucking Legends, but you can still talk about, like, oh yeah, it used to be this way in Legends. Yeah, we had Abeloth in Legends. Yeah, we had, Jason Solo, right? Like that's fucking cool shit.
You are a fool to face me alone.
You'll have to kill me this time.
Dude, the gating is real in this fight.
The woman is meaningless. Star Killer could not kill me. What hope do you have?
I've defeated you before.
Notice Vader's blade is tying up both of his hands, like I was saying earlier. Almost like it's a bad fucking idea to block like that.
Kill him.
Do it now. Well, so to be fair as well, actually in, let's talk about this, right? In Legends, you could clone Force-sensitive individuals. Did Palpatine not? Palpatine coming back makes no sense. It's like, Palpatine literally did the same goddamn thing in Legends. He did the exact same fucking thing. Before he essence transferred into a clone body after his fall in Episode 6. So technically, you can. You can actually, as far as I'm aware, in Legends at least, you can clone them. He did indeed, right? My God, Kip's, he's not fucking wrong. Now, if we want to talk about writing, sure, there's a discussion to be had. But Lamau, Palpatine can't do that. Or like, it's just bad. Yeah, Palpatine coming back makes no sense. I feel like we need to talk. People need to have a talk with the fucking Legends community because he did that shit 100%. Have white crystals? I noticed that. I wasn't sure. Wasn't sure about that. I guess this is also Legends. This isn't canon, where White Saber is cleansing a corrupted kyber, a bleeding kyber crystal. It's might be artificial still at this point, I would have to guess. Yuzong Vong would make such great content. What about, okay, so hear me out though. So we have the Yuzong Vong. What about the fuck off reptilian race that interred people into machines, like their spirits into machines?
If you wish to play at being a Jedi, so be it.
I love how I'm hardly paying attention to the fight because it's so fucking gated by blocking.
You are a dead man.
You lie!
I love that I got back-to-back QTEs. Fuck yeah, dude. The C3, I think it was. Yeah, they were pretty close after episode 6, weren't they? Like, they came from, I think, like the southwest of the galaxy, and they fucking inter people into technology. I think it was, yeah, it was pre-Yuzhong Vong, I think.
Look around. You are expendable.
I don't remember this fight being this long. No, Thrawn didn't use them. No, they were different.
Hatred. Destroy.
I think it's also interesting to toy with the ads. So in Legends, right? Because Palpatine knew of the Yuzhong Vong, right? As far as I'm aware. I think he also knew of the lizard people like we were just talking about too. But so like he had things he was doing. Sure, Palpatine was, you know, evil, right? But like he also kind of had like, yeah, we need to prepare for the Yuzhong Vong. I don't know if he actually didn't he have one of the Knights of Rand? Not Ren. That's canon. That's something else. Knights of Rand. The really messed up, like really like gory dark side using cult, right? Didn't he have a Knight of Rand on his council or something? Like, didn't he have like one of the gazers or whatever? Force Hurricane in space. Yeah. Can we get more feats like that, please? I mean, it'd probably be something like that would probably be a good segue into having like what the Shadow Mass Generator again, bringing something like KOTOR into canon.
I will always be your master, and you will always be a slave.
Do things on Post Endor. I haven't heard of him. Like, there's so much cool shit, and it makes, and then it makes me, like, just sad that, like, when you get rid of all that canon and make it Legends, sure, that's fine, because then you want to make sure things are now streamlined into the way, the story you're trying to tell. But there's just so much that we haven't recovered. There's so much story that we just don't have, that we had. Where is he? I lost where he went. Be an incredible item to bring into canon would also be like a miniature Death Star, and people would fear to use it. I mean, it'd be kind of cool. Just do KOTOR 1. KOTOR 1 is a trilogy. I think a lot of people would be on board with that. Okay, he went to the other side. I like that Vader's pants get a little... You can hear as his pants definitely get more and more... He's being exerted more and more.
One of many who will die the rest.
Talking mad shit for somebody who's blocking the entire fight. He fights more like Obi-Wan than fucking Vader. Dude's just actually fucking like hyper armor gating this entire fight. Star Wars Eclipse, the game looked amazing instead of Outlaws, but that we had to get fucking canned for Star Wars Outlaws, which pissed me off. The trailer's peak as hell. I totally missed this. I have no idea what Star Wars Eclipse is. If anything, it makes me pissed off because yet again, another fucking game canceled, and it's like, oh, well, this is what could have been. No, you did not. Come on. Censor recently found out Obi-Wan's series that is Vesper is very vulnerable. Oh, I guess that's fair. Yeah. You do bring up a good point here, actually.
Now,
no. I yield to the logic. The logic makes sense. Weird. You mean that somebody had an opinion and was presented with information that was clearly common sense and made sense, and changed their opinion based on information? Weird. You don't see that on the internet every day. No, just on Reddit anymore. You just see dead internet theory at work. So good. I'll have to look it up then, because now I'm going to be depressed. But like, even then, like chat clearly acknowledges that, oh yeah, Obi-Wan had a good thing. Oh yeah, during the fight with Obi-Wan, realized his respirator was a weak point, right? Clearly there's good content that can come out of it. Clearly there's content that can be well written and can make sense. It just needs to fucking happen more. Echo, I'm forcing him into, rolls the other one took, as always, offensive Maduku forced him on his back, but Obi-Wan was the other way on. Yeah, no, that's actually a really good fucking analysis. That's actually really good. Like, if you force me to fight within measure, I fucking fold, like in actual, like, IRL sword fighting. I have a very specific way I want to do things. If you put me out of that box, I have issues. Meanwhile, like, you know, someone else, they could be a ranged fighter, but the moment you close that distance and they have to actually fight within the box, like, no, it's great. That's exactly how that fucking works. Watch, see what I mean. Yeah, because I need to do fucking something else. I love that he teleported behind me. I'm not even relying on the button presses at this point. I'm literally looking at the image, like actually on screen. I saw that. Good God.
Destroy him.
It really makes me wonder, like what? It makes me wonder what Star Wars Force Unleashed 3 would have looked like. It makes me wonder what the Abeloth series. I'm fucking dead. Are you serious? I barely missed that. You dick. Bro, this fight is so long though. Please.
Kill him.
There's gotta be a better way to do this fight. There has to be. No, I think this is pretty par for the course. I remember just swing wildly. Eventually swing, something will stick. Damage will eventually happen. Bro, I could be playing fucking Warframe right now. I could be fucking cracking relics.
I just finished that up. I'm back to my Citron grind.
I could be doing Railjack right now. Buff health bars. It's not even the health bar. It's that he fucking hyper gates with the fucking saber. Look at this. Like he takes no fucking damage because he's just like he's just immune. Like boss is immune till I say so, and then he's fucking not immune, and he takes like 2 damage.
Just Darth Vader.
Not even fun Darth Vader. It's just like he's just a set piece. I would take Minerva from Final Fantasy Crisis Core again. I don't say
that's
that
how
lightly.
That's how they put him in fucking Jedi Survivor. Is literally you fight Darth Vader and you get your ass kicked because there's no fucking way you can beat Darth Vader because that's just who he is.
I want that. I want that shit. Give me that.
That's exactly what they did. They're like, oh, Darth Vader. Oh yeah, this is the actual Darth Vader. You can't win.
I think I saw the clip of that. And the dude is cold as fuck. I want more of that. Not whatever this is. This makes Vader feel like some kind of fucking puppet. Is his cloak actually getting damaged? I can't tell.
One of many.
You know, his cloak getting damaged makes me want to play Ocarina of Time again, because seeing Ganondorf's cloak get damaged mid-fight was actually super fucking cool. Research the whole Palpatine being resurrected, BS more due to Palpatine returning 6 years after his death and having lower expectations. After Zahn wrote the rules on cloning Force sensitives in the Thrawn trilogy. Has Timothy Zahn's work been redacted or not, though? I mean, there are people, and clearly you've done more research than I have at this point. All I can bring to the conversation is he did it in Legends Lamau, right? Therefore dismissing the canon criticism of, well, Palpatine just can't do that. He can't come back like that. He did it in Legends. Like that's really what that debunks. Now, if we're talking about narrative implications, and if we're talking about, okay, does this make sense or does this not make... Is there some way I can fucking damage him anyway? Hawkeye Star Rail? Fuck. I mean, we like narrative implications, whether that's consistent with the narrative, that's a different conversation entirely. Legend stuff, yeah, but he was in,
You are a fool
Give me a second.
to face me alone.
You'll have to kill me this time.
Star Killer could not kill you. What hope do you have?
I've defeated you before. I will do it again.
He just disappears. Including the Neutron books.
Destroy him.
Oh, okay. Then that's something that I don't have access to. Then, well, and then it's also acknowledged that the cloning process is imperfect, right? Like that's why he had a bunch of Snoke clones. Which I guess, to be fair, is a limiting factor, a built-in limiting balancing factor when it comes to, well, why can't Vader just clone himself? Or why can't somebody just clone Darth Vader? Why can't somebody just clone Kylo Ren, right? Or why can't somebody just clone Luke Skywalker? And then, grats, we have episode 10 that just begins with Luke Skywalker doing thing on, I think Coruscant's still around.
Didn't Coruscant get destroyed in the new trilogy?
It might have. I don't remember. I think it did.
If you wish to play at being a Jedi, so
Which is so weird, because wasn't episode 9 one of the pre-scripts for 9 supposed to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna have like it on Coruscant?
You are a dead man.
You lie!
Star Wars Eclipse has 22 million views and people so interested. That's so wild that it can have that many eyeballs. There are studios who would do a lot for those kinds of numbers. That was a planet called Hosnian Prime. Interesting. Pena did include Luke for a little bit. City is actually...
Look around.
Give me a second.
You are expendable.
Because I have to actually pay attention to the QTE.
I will replace you again and again.
Oh, the fact that I'm in window 2 is so cringe. Should I start? Okay, yeah. So that was what was killed in what was destroyed in episode 7. Okay. Kind of this kid actually recovered Luke's severed hand from Bespin and used that in clone experiments. So Snoke and the realized Palpatine in some way has Luke's DNA. What was that cited in? Was that a novel? That sounds very, what was it? In Legends, there was stuff about, finding Vader's hand, right? No, it was finding Luke's hand, right? Wasn't it? Well, that was supposed to be a fucking plot point, wasn't it? Fucking Maz in episode 7 hyping up this, it's a story for another time. And like, how do you have this saber? And it's like, I'll tell you another time. And it's like, nah, next movie she's dealing with a fucking trade union dispute. Hello? I clearly missed something here.
I'm so glad I didn't finish those movies.
I think they would have just pissed you off.
I literally watched 7 and then just didn't watch anymore after that.
I watched all of them, and I'll still watch them. Like, if I want to turn my brain off of the background noise, I'll put them on. It's not like episode 1 through 3, I kind of have to engage my brain a little bit, because I actually really enjoy the prequel trilogy. Episode, oh god damn it, 4, 5, 6. I will watch 5 and 6. I will watch 6 mostly. It's my kind of comfort movie. Blocking his strikes now. God, I've been autopiloting this fight super fucking hard. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. I kind of have to engage my brain. 4, I really have to engage my brain for because I am just. 4 is rough for me to watch if I'm being completely honest. 7, 8, 9. If I want to turn my brain off and just need background noise, I'll watch those. It literally took me that long to finish that thought. I'm so sorry. System offer just made him sign, demand a refund. I mean, like, I also got to see them for free because I worked at a movie hybrid kind of thing. So, I mean, like, I didn't really lose a whole hell of a lot. Like, I got my Blu-rays. narrative decisions made. There are some objective narrative decisions that were made that I definitely question. Once again, as somebody who I have a vested interest in combat and liking swordplay and stuff, right? Like, I love it. The kukri scene pisses me off. It doesn't seem to piss anyone else off, which is interesting. There's a couple people who brought it up, but I am the only person who has gotten this irrationally upset. I say irrationally. This rationally upset at the missing kukri. I love that he just. I wonder if that's a PC-ism though, with his thing disappears. Him disappear.
Now.
I thought my controller didn't work again. Nope, not giving you a chance to do that. He just smacks it. What was that sound effect? No, you can't just do that. That's not how that works. He rides the funny robot.
Where is she? Juno.
Bow before me, or she dies.
I don't think I like the thematic subtitle of like aesthetic.
I will do your bidding. Just let her go.
Find and kill General Kota. If you refuse, the woman dies. You will return to me and give yourself to the dark side. If you resist, she dies.
But why is he so invested in this clone, though?
Hunt down and execute the rebel leaders. If you fail, she dies.
Because he clearly has Darkstar Killer in the wings, too. Thus actually showcasing how odd it is for normies to handle a lightsaber. I love it. His scream went super hard. I fucking love that, dude. Actual, just raw. Most successful clone he's ever had. It could be, or it could be the Ride. I mean, thus being the original would make a lot of sense, right? But I don't think we have a definitive answer. Which, once again, a fucking third would have been amazing.
She is holding you back.
But I think that could be... I don't think it's a narrative oversight, because it's done by choice. Right?
Rise above this. She means nothing.
So clearly this implies, yeah, like either he's the most successful clone, which I don't know if I agree with on principle that Darkstar Killer does exist. I guess, I don't know. See, Darkstar Killer does exist, but only in the dark side ending. Because it's like how Sith Stalker armor does technically exist, right? But only in the dark side ending of 1. Love the soundtrack here. It's a very minimalistic arena, but I dig it.
I'll kill you!
Rise above this. She means nothing.
Fuck off. Ah. Galen is dead. There was a confirmed image shown of Vader presenting Galen's original body. Oh, was there? That wasn't in the game, though. Was this extended? Well, it's because he shows stability and the power? Ah, okay. I guess this also does make sense because Vader's using the electricity from the lightning rods. Because his suit is inherently weak to electricity. Which he could have addressed. He could have fixed. At least in canon, he could have, but he chose not to.
Death gives you strength. Embrace it.
I will tell you!
If you wish to join the woman, so be it. She loved a dead man. She would have never loved you.
You will die where you stand!
I guess having confirmation that this is clone changes the game a little bit, but not for the worse. I think that this would have made a great trilogy. And maybe that was the intent, was to have this be a trilogy. Well, the intent was probably for it to be its own fucking initial game, right? And then, oh cool, we'll just develop this into a trilogy, and oh, Force Unleashed 2 fucking didn't really perform, and then now we don't get a Force Unleashed 3. Love that he also headbutts. It's a very Vader thing to do. Using the, against him, probably using the lever pad against Vader. I mean, yeah. Very cool. I mean, it's a cool fight. I like the set piece. I think that the mood is right. That would be so slippery, though. I like that because of Episode 6, the saber throw is Vader's signature move. Very specifically because of Episode 6. The same hand that Dooku got. Nice. What a weird QTE. See, like, I think this would be cool in a movie. I think this would be fun in a movie. I think this would be great. It kind of feels like the movies, especially the sequel trilogy, were a little more low-powered. Bibliography for the event happens in the Force Unleashed 2 novelization. Okay, so if we have it confirmed that this is actually a clone, I like what they're doing with that. I think it opens up other doors. I'm glad I streamed this today. Or is Kieran? Nah, not quite. Kieran from Naruto has a little bit of a different use case.
You've taken everything from me!
Your feelings for her are not real.
They are real to me!
Wait!
This Viego's so hard.
You want him dead as much as I do.
Yes, but not yet. Not until he's told us the Empire's secrets.
You want to take him prisoner?
To a hidden rebel base where we can interrogate him. Put him on trial for crimes against the true Republic. And then we'll execute him. To show the galaxy that we don't need to fear him any longer.
If I let him live, he'll hunt me forever.
I like the continuation of trauma from the first game.
One who knows if Starkiller really survived. He can't tell you if he's dead.
I'm a. Yeah, and we totally missed it anyways. Fucking delivery ruined. God damn it, game. Oh, Aspyr. You. God damn it. Ugh. Fuck. Bro, you get to the end and the game actually just cucks you out of the final sequence. Yeah, I for relevant reasons as showcased in this VOD. I can't recommend buying this. Just go watch the game movie. Go watch the game movie on YouTube. Whoa, what a shit show. Oh god. I love how my category is still fucking Warframe. I know I changed it. Good god. Sam at this point, actually, associate Maul with him more than I need to go watch it. I need to go watch his performances then. I didn't even know that this was the VA was him until the stream. Tris made. You didn't get to know what that choice was. No, I mean, I've gotten to know it. We've talked about it throughout, right? You have the choice where Vader gets effectively clapped in irons. There's kind of that reversal of the first game where he, you know, Starkiller clone has the I let you live, you know, trying to take power away from Vader the abuser, and Vader's being like, as long as I live, you will never be free, that kind of thing. Changed on my end. That's so strange because OBS says it's not. And then you have the dark side ending, which is, you know, Fu Coda tries to take out Vader, and then Dark Starkiller maybe, and that's the thing, maybe Dark Starkiller isn't as strong as main character protagonist here, but is still good enough to clearly be an assassin, right? I mean, like, we clearly were fighting Starkiller clones throughout the entire game, right? Reasonably so. The red variant, which kind of had, you know, which were the more force-sensitive variants. We had the gold variants, which were more saber-focused, right? The stealth variants, right? We were fighting effectively Starkiller clones throughout the game, so clearly we can intuit that, yeah, I mean, they're combat ready, but, you know, each of them had their own problems. They had their different forms, the ones that were overly force-tuned, the ones that were pretty physically tuned, but they were pretty drained, pretty pale, right? You know, pretty wispy. So I think it's actually super interesting to look at that and kind of, like, look back at this in retrospect. And, like, does it really matter in the overall canon? No. I think we all recognize it doesn't fucking really matter in canon, right? This game isn't fucking canon. It's never been canon as far as I'm aware. I enjoy it, though. I enjoy this series. And I really enjoy Starkiller's VA, and I'm so glad that he went on to Maul. I'm so glad that he got other great work, because this was fucking fantastic. It makes it's interesting to look at this, especially through the lens of having confirmation that it is Starkiller clone in this, that actual, you know, Galen is gone, which I think is super interesting, and I think opens up maybe a Force Ghost plot point. Like, if you're thinking about a 3, right? If you were going to go into, say, a Force Unleashed 3, having the plot point of meeting, you know, Galen's ghost, Force Ghost, maybe Galen's father's Force Ghost, something, coming to terms with trauma, having a kind of like actual finale on that. Vader again. I think it would have been interesting to look at. I don't know. This was an interesting playthrough. Definitely buggy. I can't really recommend it, honestly. Not on Steam. Maybe GOG is different. Maybe someone who's played it on GOG has a different experience. But this was vanilla Steam. I had to have chat, and I appreciate you, chat, for helping me change a config file to skip that cutscene that was causing issues going down to Camino. And then we had, obviously, we swapped to windowed because I think it made it a little more stable. Welcome to save cave full of Starkiller Force Ghosts. Right. I think it's interesting, and I think that this was part of really what outlined why I like Star Wars, because we just kind of sat here for the past 5-ish hours, just kind of shit posting, right? Just kind of having fun. Like, sure, we talked about the prequels, we talked about the sequels, we talked about the Acolyte, we talked about a number of things, but like, does it? Sure, there's some objectivity, there's some subjectivity. There's definitely complaints, there's definitely criticisms, there's valid and invalid of each. But like, this is the thing I've been missing from Star Wars, as somebody who's just a huge, like, massive fan of it, right? I love it. Have I intaken nearly as much as, you know, like Dash Star, Star Wars Theory, you know, insert channel here? No, absolutely not. I'm not a lore master, no lore smith by any means. But I think it's cool just to be able to engage with this, and it's cool to just actually have fun with the medium, rather than just devolve into, you know, back in Mud Day, or, you know, insert talking point here. Look at the voice in Darth Maul. I'll look at it in a minute, because I want to go look at the Eclipse after this. I usually, Chris Soupley, there's a story behind that. Mostly just closing thoughts on this. I can't recommend it on Steam, like I said. Unless there's some sort of stability patch or something. Like, I mean, this was rough. The DLC also isn't included as well. I'm assuming with GOG it might be. I've never played the DLC personally. That would have been interesting to play, but at the same time, I'm also like, I don't want to subject myself to another 20 minutes over the next like hour and a half. 20 minutes of gameplay that takes 90 minutes to actually play through. But it was fun to go through this, and I think that it was interesting to take a look at this. I think this was kind of still the era where games just shout out sequels, but it wasn't quite the era of EA doing EA things, right? I feel like you look at this, because we can look at this with some hindsight, right? And we look at it as what happened after this, right? Dead Space was the same year as this, 2008, right? And then we go into Dead Space 9, which was what, 2011-ish, I think? We got the sequel on Dead Space 2. You know, this was, a lot of people had criticisms about it, right? Dead Space 2, for all intents and purposes, was an action game versus the thriller/horror that Dead Space 1 was. And then we had, Mass Effect 2, which was a banger entry. And then we had Mass Effect 3, which a lot of people did not like Mass Effect 3. And then we had Mass Effect Andromeda, which once again still felt like sequel. We had Dragon Age going into Dragon Age 2. A lot of people like Dragon Age 2, but as far as I'm aware, it didn't match the original, right? So I think it's interesting from a historical standpoint because we're past the Horse Armor Bethesda DLC, right? And we're well established within, games they don't launch finished, right? We had Diablo 2, have Lord of Destruction launch. We had even Bethesda, right, prior to Oblivion. We had Morrowind launching with launching without Tribunal, launching without Blood Moon, right? And so thus we have you defeat you slay the heart of Lorcan, Dagoth Ur just disappears in Red Mountain, ? Right? And that was the game, right? So, I mean, there's been precedent for a number of years that games just don't launch in finished states. And that's why DLCs and expansions did exist. But we also are before the point of like I think there were microtransactions. There was clearly a DLC. I think there were some skin packs for this. I'd have to actually look at an old screenshot of the Xbox Marketplace. But it's interesting to see this transitionary era of the gaming industry, and I think it's cool to look back on things like these. I don't know. I find a lot of enjoyment in it. I think that understanding the why and understanding the cause and effect of some of these things and understanding why certain things happen and why certain things don't happen, I think it's just cool. I think it makes your knowledge of things in general just that much greater, right? To be able to point to, this is why this happened, this is why this didn't happen, right? Yeah, very cool game. Very, very cool to be able to just actually have a positive interaction with Star Wars for once, because, the modern internet, that fucking doesn't happen. Let's just follow for the people at the cop shop. I always like these as well. I always like the cool... I don't see these anymore. Maybe because I don't stick around to the credits, but, I don't see these anymore. I always like seeing what people write in these. I mean, it's not necessarily that it's lost media, right? But it's it's just cool to see this. This is art, right? This is cool. And Sith happens. I fucking love it. It's so thematic. It gets to showcase a lot of the people behind the talent. And I kind of miss it. I miss when the gaming industry was, and this is, I think, when gaming started to become more corporatized. I think that's what I would say. I think gaming in this era going forward became a lot more corporatized and a lot more big money moved in. But this was still, I think, when gaming was transitioning from from more of an art form. Halo 3 launching in 2007, obviously, and just, oh, hey, there's money to be made here. But cool. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this was good for people to kind of just relax to, kind of just chill out to. And all we really got. And then those credits there. Very cool. Very cool, Graha. Very cool.